Today we'll be discussing on the topic of backpacking in and around the state of Meghalaya in northeast India. And the question that keeps arising is Meghalaya backpacker friendly, and is it possible to travel around the state as a backpacker? So coming to the first part, is it possible? Yes, it is possible to travel around Meghalaya as a backpacker, but it is not going to be easy because public transportation is not at all accessible to every part of the state, especially the tourist region. So it will basically take you from Shillong to the center point of Cherrapunji. From there, you'll have to hire a car, that is a small auto taxi, or walk it out or hitchhike. But you're not going to get internal transportation to go to, say, for example, double decker route bridge, or to reach Dauki, for example. To reach Dauki, the vehicle will take you till Joai, but after that, you'll have to figure it yourself. Even to reach Mawlingnong, you will not really find it easy to get public transportation which will go to the village. So all of these things make backpacking in Meghalaya not so easy and streamlined. It's a state where people travel a lot in public transportation, but they just go to their village. They don't really end up going to the tourist sites which are not on the map of this public transport journey. So if you're planning on taking the public transport around Meghalaya, the shared sumos are your best option. But honestly, you'll end up spending way more time and blasting a lot more money, because it's not convenient to take the shared sumo, which will cost anywhere between 500 to 1000 rupees depending on your journey, and then end up hiring a taxi which will cost you, a small alto also will cost you anywhere between say 500 to 1000 again. So do the math, you'll end up spending way more. The easiest thing that I would suggest for somebody to do is to hire a taxi from Meghalaya, that is the capital, in Shillong, and do the entire circuit. If you want a car, if you're comfortable riding a bike, then you can hire a scooter or a motorcycle and go around the state. But keep in mind that this particular region, the sunset is early. So if you're planning on riding a bike, by 4:30 in the evening, the sun will set, and then it's going to be really difficult for you to ride the bike because it gets extremely cold. So if you're someone who's comfortable riding in the night when it is cold on zigzag roads, then go ahead. Otherwise, hire a taxi, because that's the best way to go around. It's always better to travel in Meghalaya with a group of people, at least minimum 3 to 4, because that makes your travel life easier in terms of the cost. Because hiring a taxi, then accommodation, everything becomes far more budget friendly when you are traveling with a group of people. So Meghalaya is a place which is not really solo traveler friendly when you want to go all by yourself and figure it out and explore. You can go solo, but that's when your budget isn't your constraint. If budget is a constraint, this is not the place to go solo. Again, if you have the budget and you don't really care about spending money, you can really hire a car, book the hotels, and do everything solo, because the state is extremely safe. Nobody in Meghalaya is going to harm you or even come to bother you. Even petty theft is very, very grim and unheard of in this region. Nobody will care a damn. Even if you're a female solo traveler, you'll be treated as well as going back to your hometown wherever you come from. So it's extremely safe, but money wise, it's a pretty steep place, because every place has an entry fee. Every accommodation over there, especially in Shillong, Cherrapunji, is nothing below 2,500 to 5,000 for a good decent stay. So if you want to do a backpacking trip, keep in mind your budget for 5 days has to be minimum 15 to 20,000. That is provided you have at least one more person with you to split the expenses.